Climate Conversations on the Business Breakfast.
With Dubai Holding and in partnership with the World Future Energy Summit, the leading event for future energy and sustainability. Together for the good of tomorrow.
So many questions about green buildings in Dubai. Eisa Khalid Al Ali is with us in the studio, Vice President of Dubai Holding Real Estate's Project Management Office. Eisa, ahlan wa sahlan, good to see you.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Good morning.
Thank you very much indeed for being with us. You were listening to the interview there with Saeed Al Ali and our producer Mohammed Suleiman about green buildings here in Dubai. What were your thoughts?
Well, as you know that we in the construction and real estate are being blamed for the carbon emission because the real estate industry contributes to 40% of the carbon emission, and that's a big percentage of the emission. We have to be responsible, and if we look at the UAE initiatives, if we go 15 years back, we see Abu Dhabi had a very strong statement to the world by establishing Masdar City and Masdar Corporation as one of the largest carbon-free cities. Subsequently, Dubai also went to the public and then established Expo with one of the three key pillars being sustainability in the thematic pavilions. But most importantly was that most of the building permanently were gold certified LEED, which means they are sustainable buildings. And since then, UAE and Dubai have established policies and procedures to have more sustainable and green buildings, not only to the built environment, but also to the infrastructure, the public realm, the constructions, all the buildings. There are standards in Abu Dhabi, Istidama, there are standards in Dubai municipality, and we also use this global standards or American or UK standards to reach to our target. As we know, the part of the COP, as was mentioned earlier, that we have to reach to net zero by 2050, and UAE have a stronger obligation this year, especially that the year of sustainability is this year.
Okay, so Eisa, there's lots to digest here. First thing to do is full disclosure. You're Vice President at Dubai Holding Real Estate. We are a subsidiary of Dubai Holding, so we're colleagues, aren't we? Okay.
Yes.
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
That's not why you're here, but whatever. Just want to make that clear. The other thing is we are in a building. If you think about the Dubai Eye studio, we're in a building that's known as the Dubai Properties Building. If you're ordering an Uber, that's what it's called. So we're owned by Dubai Holding, but we were built 10, 15 years ago when standards were different. So what do we do about legacy buildings in Dubai? Okay, if you're building a new building, you can build it to all these standards that you mentioned. What do we do about legacy buildings?
That's a very important statement. Actually, they built usually have embodied carbon, but the one which was in the building construction state had embodied carbon. Today, this building already built. It's an asset state. So there are tools nowadays to reduce carbon emission by reducing the energy utilization. Biggest happens by cooling. So if we reduce our cooling system, today I've visited many companies in Europe where there are new technology in district cooling or the cooling economization, reducing the inefficient utilization of cooling system. The lighting also in the past 10 to 12 years have drastically changed. Today we all use LED lighting, and there are also programs and schemes in Dubai where you can offset by having LED as opposed to the old HPS lighting, tinted glasses. So on the same building, just proper management and a few add-ons will improve the performance of the building.
Can we talk a little bit about the acronyms you mentioned earlier? People are listening at home, watching at home, driving to work. You mentioned LEED, L-E-E-D. You mentioned Estidama in Abu Dhabi. For people who aren't in this industry, can you just explain what those are and why they're important?
If we don't have a strategy and target, we will not be able to manage and reduce the carbon. So LEED, there are different targets. Start from basic LEEDs, silver, gold, platinum, and also there are in UK BREEAM as well standard.
Because there are so many, aren't there?
Yeah.
Eisa, how do you get your head around them? There's LEED, which is I should know this.
Yeah.
I forget what it stands for. Estidama in Abu Dhabi. The European regulations as well. How do we get our head around all of these things?
These are a bit technical, we as engineers, we have to know those. But what's important is not the name and the acronym itself. What is the target there? What do we want to achieve? As you know, just sourcing material from local sources, automatically you achieve some part of that sustainability targets. Changing the design to more sustainable elements like green concrete or green steel, you will achieve certain scores in any kind of certification. But istidama is from the word istidama, it's an Arabic name. Istidama is sustainability. So just to promote it, they call it istidama. At the end, I see it in the future that all the lead and istidamas and those acronyms will become sometime in the future a good design nonetheless.
Can we talk about digital technology and how that can contribute to delivering green construction?
Wow, that's my passion. Well, now I think the whole floor there, back office, they speak about digital technology in construction. We started the idea last year. I believe just by implementing technology, we can offset carbon emission by 1/5. So 20% is gone without changing material, without changing anything, just adapting technology of BIM, Building Information Modeling. In the past, BIM was a design tool 12, 15 years ago. Today is a project management tool from design to construction to procurement to asset life cycle. We moved from having a BIM as a tool to have a virtual asset, a digital twin, a digital representation of the full building in the asset life cycle.
Okay, so great. I hear everything you say, but you're the vice president for Dubai Holding. You've got targets to hit in terms of profitability and revenue. To what extent does this hit the bottom line? How much more expensive is it to do everything that you've said?
I think, sustainability is like quality. I always say quality is cheap, it's not expensive, because you don't need to repeat and refurbish, and you keep
in the long term. But if you're
Exactly.
hitting your targets in 2023...
Clear. I know that in the past, the sustainability was less of an advantage to many builders, contractors, because or even owners, because it takes 15 years or 20 years to get return on investment. But today, technology has changed. Building materials have changed. You can see the return in 7, sometimes 5 years. The economizer, as I told you can see them in 3 to 5 years, the return on investment. So now it's a game changer. When we apply technology, part of the game, you can see the data, you can create simulation, you can understand the future today.
Eisa, it's been great talking to you. Really appreciate your time this morning. Let's speak again before COP28. It's going to be a busy time for you, isn't it?
Inshallah.
Eisa Khalid Al Ali is the Vice President of Dubai Holding Real Estate Project Management Office. Shukran jazilan. This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8 FM.